Dude, you shot him in the dick.
Huh?
That's not cool, Butters. You don't shoot a guy in the dick.
It never ceases to make me smile. Hey, welcome, window lickers. Any grunts friends out there? Any chaos goblins? We are so glad you joined us yet again on another Monday Night Raw preview review show, and it's a live one, so you know what that means. It is watch along night with the Bearded Trio, the Bearded Brigade, however you want to call us. We're here every Monday at 7 p.m. and it's with the blue-eyed villain himself, Grunmiester, and our Chaos Goblin, Kevin Kalloway. How are you guys doing? How has it been? Kevin, we know you had a busy weekend. Let us know about it, bud.
So during the weekend, Saturday, I was out in Lansing for the Hispanic Heritage Festival, and we didn't have an announcer, so I took myself off the card and I did announcing duties. So I went ahead and took Annie's position. She's contracted, so she can't do it for me anymore. So now I have to pick up on those slacks on those events and bring that through. And I think it went well. I got to dress in a Hawaiian shirt, so that worked out well. But of course, Sunday was the real main event, because Sunday was Lederhosen Kevin hosts the first ever Oktoberfest beer brawl. I stepped into the shoes of Kevin Jagerstein, and I brought the absolute best out of our competitors. And you know what? It rained. It rained in Detroit. We couldn't even use the ring, so we made it German blood sport. No ropes, all carnage.
I love it. I absolutely love
Dear
it.
God.
And fans, if you give me a real quick second, I will bring up exactly what Kevin is talking about. And here it is.
There it is.
There it is. Look at just look at the talent in the ring, just cheesing. Kevin with pure serious Lederhosen.
Drinking actual beer out of his beer stein the whole time.
Very
I
nice.
love it. I love it. Yes, this is what one of our greats here at IYH. Well, this is what they did this weekend, Kevin. We absolutely love this. I was waiting for you to do this event when you were doing promo pics of it. I thought it was spectacular. Great job, Kevin.
Thank you.
You knock it out of the park every time you step to the stage, my friend.
I feel like I keep going on random side quests in this business.
You do, but I think that's the overall package with you as a character.
Is.
Like I don't know, man.
It's really not even me as a character; it's just me as a person.
Exactly.
I mean, look, I'm not in the industry, but like it definitely does seem like in pro wrestling, like it doesn't matter where you are, you're doing pretty much any kind of random thing to get time, to get noticed.
Yeah, kind of though. You're not wrong. On top of which, like, I think people don't realize this all the time. There's so many ways to make money in this business, and so many diverse paths to go, that if you leave yourself closed off to just being super serious wrestling guy, then you lose out on some of these other cool events that you could do and make decent money on.
Yeah.
I mean, just to draw a comparison, Danhausen, he wanted his character to be completely serious, and he's from your neck of the woods. He's from was it Chicago area?
No, he's from Michigan.
Michigan. Okay,
he's legitimately from Michigan.
He's from Michigan. He wanted to be super serious character, but over time, it just developed in this kind of comedy character that can get over anywhere.
And it worked, and he rolled with it, and he said, okay. You know what? I know he's quoted on interviews of saying this, but I've ridden in a car with him a couple times, so we got to talking and just everything. And a lot of his inspiration came from The Simpsons, from what I've heard. And like he saw that, and he's just like, you know what? Like, being serious sucks. This is what's making money, and this is what's fun for me anyway. So let's lean in. So he did, and that's what I know about Danhausen and in talking with him and things like that. It looks like we're starting off Raw with some Cody Rhodes.
We are, and we're starting off the Raw preview review show with a message from one of the greats, Papa Chaos himself. It was an awesome show. Ken is letting us know, Kevin, he enjoyed it.
Yeah, he was there actually live in attendance, along with my mom. Annie was, of course, there too. And then my aunt, actually two of my aunts, they all came, and My sister came with a bunch of her friends. It was a good time. It was a really, really good time. There was I'll tell you about this spot. There was a bachelor party that came for the event. Yeah. So we involved the bachelor in the show and made his absolute life.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean,
you gotta love that.
So the end segment was I brought the bachelor into the ring so that we could have a nice big celebration, have a toast. And then I had one of my other workers who was working the show. He dressed up as an ATF agent. Do you know what an ATF agent is? Perfect. So the alcohol, tobacco, and firearm agent
Exactly.
came into the ring to try and shut down the show.
I love it. I love it.
And it led to a match between me and the ATF agent, and the bachelor just followed me around with his citation pad, and I kept telling him to write him citations, and he wrote him citations, and we stuck him in his pants and stuff. It was hilarious.
I love
There
that.
is footage of the match. I think I sent it in the chat, but I'll post it for others and things. It is a fun time.
The parents of chaos were there. Yes, they
were.
were, House. And House is also chiming in. He says it's true. I never thought I would make money in wrestling, and it's not a shit ton, but it's nice to be compensated for my work in wrestling. Yeah, House. I mean, he's got a long history of being a manager and being a part of there and doing what Kevin said. If the opportunity arises backstage, why not take it? You're going to get more time. You're going to get more experience. And then the next time you're down the road, you got that in your back pocket. And that's worth way more than a paycheck.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but like what you put into this business tends to be what you get out of it.
Yeah.
And if you put in a lot of work, if you put in a lot of that, just everything, you're going to end up, even if it's not some kind of contract or like primary job level of wage, you can still make a good side hustle chunk of change off of this industry. Yeah. And that again, it depends on how much you want to put in. If you want to go all in, you could make a lot of primary money off this industry too.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want to do as a person.
Exactly. It's all in that moment, what you're capable of. Speaking of what we're capable of, Grun.
Yeah.
What is going on with you, you blue-eyed baby Philly boy? How goes it? How have you been? I seen you this weekend a little bit.
Yeah.
No, we talked.
We talked.
We didn't have a show on Sunday.
No,
we did start off a new show though for IYH.
Ooh.
So far it's a working name in progress, but the animation domination show that we're doing, we previewed that. Me and House sat down and we watched Family Guy, the very first episode where Joe is introduced as the new neighbor, and Peter Griffin famously has the line, holy crip, it's
crapple.
Yep. House marked out for that line as soon as it came out.
Good line.
Yes. But Grun, what have you been up to? How have you been since Friday, since the people have seen those blue eyes?
You know what? I've been all right. I missed WrestlePalooza intentionally because screw ESPN, screw WWE for that entire situation.
Yeah.
But got to see the Eagles in a very exciting game yesterday, and Jordan Davis blocking the field goal at the end and carrying it all the way to the end zone because the play was not ruled dead.
Jeez.
See, Saturday night, they kill your hopes and dreams, and Brock Lesnar destroys John Cena.
Yep.
But then your Eagles say, hey, Grun, we got you. Don't worry, buddy.
Well, I mean, John Cena, he
died.
No. 40
Yeah.
minutes ago, he tweeted. 40 minutes ago, he tweeted hashtag Cena versus Styles thoughts ? Hashtag WWE Raw. Obviously, I liked, retweeting, commented, please one more time.
Yeah.
Well, Rib Shot chiming in. He was not a fan of Advert Palooza. Yes. So I guess that brings us to, let's just hit into the main topic since it's already fresh on the tips of our tongues. We're talking about it. It is WrestlePalooza, and this was brought to us by the boss in the chat. And he really wanted, I'm pretty sure he wants our insight on what we think is happening. There was a review in for WrestlePalooza, and it was not favorable to WWE or ESPN as a whole. They got a C grading for that. So let's just get into this. Hal sent this into the group chat that we were discussing for what topics to throw onto the show. And from the Facebook group, the 434, we're going to give them recognition on this. ESPN has dropped their WrestlePalooza review, and they aren't happy. The excellent Valkyria versus Sky match saved the show from being truly average. Everything else was underwhelming. For a card that promised to have epic moments, it fell a little bit short of expectations. So, with that being said, I know before we went live, there was 2 discussions of possibly 2 different theories on what's going on.
In fairness, it could be the same theory too.
It could be the same
It
theory.
could be.
Technically, all 3 could be very similar to what's going on. We have not discussed these with each other.
Nope.
So we are going to break this here. But that is the discussion. So first, let's go around everybody. Grun, I know you didn't watch it, but you have some sense of what happened overall. Quick thoughts of the PLE, any match highlights, anything like that, and then we'll get into the theory of what's going on here.
Okay. Quick highlights. Uninterested that Brock Lesnar won because that does, that is a vote in the column of they're gonna have a rematch. So great. Brock Lesnar's taking up 2 of John Cena's last matches. Thanks, bitch.
Whoa, he's big enough.
I don't fucking
He is.
care. He is big enough, but fuck him.
Oh,
No.
well, I know you're not a fan of Brock when it comes to beating up John Cena. I get it.
It has more to do with the tour. I want it to. I get Brock Lesnar is one of his biggest opponents ever, but or rivals. But like I am with a lot of people. I want to see him face other people before it's his ultimate final opponent. And I don't know who that is, and I'm hoping it's not Brock Lesnar.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but in this John Cena farewell tour, has he not had three different heads at this farewell tour? He's had Trips, and then TKO took over,
Yep.
and then now he has a combination of whatever TKO set up for storytelling.
Okay.
So here, just follow me on this. I think John Cena's farewell tour was messed up and mismanaged and put out there. Not on behalf of John Cena. He's done anything and everything that they've asked him to. Anybody he's had to face in this final year, they have rose to the occasion and done what they needed to in that. But the story as a whole, as a farewell tour, I agree with you, Grun. There should be no rematches in it. You don't get a second match in the farewell tour is the farewell tour. You get one match, that's it. If it does even set up for that, because I could see them just completely just not doing anything with it and just having him go out on a loss with Brock, and then for that, and then whatever his next matches are, those are how they stand.
I agree. I think it could very well be a red herring that he lost to Brock, because my thought process on that, at least for me, to play a different kind of look at it, they might have potentially needed a Cena loss here to Brock just to move Brock to something else.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because if Brock is going to stick around, you have to rebuild up Brock.
Yep.
And you have to rebuild him up as a threat. This is assuming he sticks around. I think you drop the ball a little bit if you have Brock do this and then just leave forever. And then just leave for like a year. Because at that point, it's gone back to not necessarily stale, but like at that point, you're not achieving the momentum that you want.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to build the beast up to get slayed again, you don't want him to leave.
Yeah.
I think they're not going to do repeats on John Cena's farewell tour.
I
That
hope
is my
not.
opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do repeats. And the reason that is because John Cena had his own wish list, and to have your own wish list of opponents, and that's why I kind of also think that Cena is at least somewhat, if we're going to throw blame around, he has to at least take some of it. Yes, he's a good soldier. Yes, he's going to do what they ask of him. So I'm not saying that it's not also other people to an extent, because it seems like there's a booking committee around it. But it sounds like, based on what was said on Unreal, based on any report I've ever heard, Cena does have some level of sway to say, okay, maybe not, or convince me. And I think maybe the convince me is probably closer to accurate, where he goes, okay, like, I'll do it, but you got to let me know why. But I don't think we're going to get repeat opponents. I don't think there's a reason for him to do it that way.
No.
I think it's more likely that Cena either faces one of his huge rivals at the end of this run, or he's going to face a new guy. That's my assumption.
A small part of me is still holding out for hope that it's Edge. That Edge leaves even if he's leaving AEW, even if he convinced Tony Khan, let me leave for 1 minute, have one more match with. I know. I have a better chance of winning the lottery twice, 2 days in a row.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Those odds sound accurate.
Yeah, I would agree with those odds.
I know those odds are better than
Not good.
Edge. Then Edge coming back to WWE for one match with John Cena at the end of his tour. I get that. And he still holds on to it.
All right, so I think we've gotten a little off topic as to the ESPN stuff, though. So because we will get derailed by more Cena talk, because there's always speculation. So I don't want to kill that, but I do agree. Edge would be awesome. He would be. I just don't see it happening. But as far as looking at this ESPN review, I think it's twofold to me. One, ESPN doesn't want to lie, because I think it takes away their credibility when it comes to sports.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But also, two, I do think if you start your PLEs graded as a C, you really only have one way to go.
Hopefully.
And it's up.
Yeah.
In theory. In theory.
Yeah.
Because even if the next one gets another C, based on their own, reviewing, which we don't know internally if ESPN was unhappy with that pay-per-view. We are assuming off of a review.
Very true.
And that's one reviewer from one company. That is huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how everyone takes Dave Meltzer's star ratings and going, oh my God, it is the top tier. God, he has blessed us with the rating. Now I know how to feel about this match. It's one guy.
All right. Yep.
One guy writing one review.
With a bad
Very
opinion.
Well, everyone is entitled to their own opinion when it comes to wrestling and how they enjoy it. That's my opinion.
Grun. Why haven't you learned that by now?
But that doesn't mean we should be taking someone's star ratings to heart or a review to heart, because internally, I bet ESPN was real happy with it. And I'll tell you why. It's Ribshot's comment, Advert Palooza. They got a bunch of shit, and they made their money hand over fist. They don't care if it was good action. They cared that people tuned in, and they cared that people bought their subscription, and they cared that it was there.
Yeah.
That's what they cared about.
Well, and how you brought up this was one review. So I pulled up the ESPN directly, their review, and their final grade is a C.
Yeah.
They're giving themselves that C. I don't think they really enjoyed the Lesnar Cena stuff.
I do think it was an interesting choice to do 8-minute match with Lesnar and Cena.
Yeah.
I don't. But again, I don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
And wrestling's all about what's going on next.
See, and that's the thing. What is next for him? Because, like you said, if they do this thing where they just write him off for a year, it's pointless to even bring him
I
back
agree.
during the Cena stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
like, why would you even do that when we have so many talents that we've wanted to see Cena go up against, and this is the final chance to have it.
Right.
Before we go completely off of the Cena talk,
Mhm.
new thing I just finally noticed with John Cena. He's done it for the longest time, but I just finally put my conspiracies together. John Cena holds up the Freemason highest level you can get. 33. This is their symbol for acknowledging a 33rd.
Acknowledging their tribal Mason.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Isn't that
He
that's just
acknowledges his tribal Mason.
I love how Kevin brought it in back into wrestling. This is why he's on the show, guys. So I found that very interesting because I was driving today and I was listening to Sam Tripoli and he started talking and I was like, man, Cena always does. That's the fucking symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd throw that out
Conspiracy
there.
all around.
Yeah,
Here we go.
exactly.
Let's bring it
Exactly.
in.
Oh,
So let's get to the theories that we have of what is going on with WWE.
You know what? We're at a stage where we're post SummerSlam, and it still feels like there's a lot of confusion. As
Very
in,
true.
like, we don't have set directions yet. But I think that's also, and this is a bit of the negative part of the John Cena farewell tour. We know it's not going to Mania.
no.
We know it's not going there, and we still have to write him out with spots. So
Yeah.
we can't start a lot of the road to WrestleMania until the shadow of John Cena that's looming over most of these other superstars, because he's the most over dude,
Yeah.
gone. And that could potentially be a detriment in the sense that it draws attention away from the other stuff that could be good because you're comparing it to anything, whether consciously or subconsciously, to Cena's farewell tour.
Oh man, I didn't even think about it like that.
I
And
bet
plus, before we go further on that, plus you also have the added. You just did this Mania last year in the same spot.
Mhm.
Now you have to top what you did the year before, and then like Kevin's saying, you also have to step out of the shadow that is John Cena. Hard thing to do. Grun, thoughts?
This whole like I was thinking again world title for on the line during Rumble, but that was like one of the titles would be then be looked at as less than with that, and so it wouldn't work in this, wouldn't work without doing damage. But I don't know, like okay, realistically probably not Edge. Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is, I think, is a great pick for a final opponent, because he has just been blowing people's minds since he turned heel. He has just been a true student of the game and using the knowledge he obtains to make himself better and better each and every week.
Could agree with that.
I like that. I mean,
Okay.
it's more of a realistic. You have a better lottery chance with that.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but isn't his last match the Saturday night main event? Is that not his last match?
Is there John? It's fucking.
I think it
Cena's
might
last.
be. Or I may have heard that wrong.
So his very last match is going to be in December 2025. There is no date. The date. Oh wait, hold on. It is expected to be around Boston. Now they've already
Boston. They're gonna have Saturday night main event in Boston.
I think it's a red herring that that's his last show. I think they're going to add one date. I'll be honest.
You think so?
I think
so.
I think John Cena would do that. Be like, nah, I'm not ready. I need one more match. Who the hell in the back has the balls to come face me one last time?
Yeah, some shit like that.
You know who would come out? He would be wearing a cowboy hat. He'd have long hair, and he'd have a shitty beard, and he would have big old muscles. And his name is Brock Lesnar. And that's when you get your John Cena over Brock.
No, I just thought
I really hope they don't go that way, Grun.
yeah.
I don't think
just
they're going to go
love-
that way.
I love watching you sit there like
But watching Grun shake and
Yeah,
quiver in his seat
just
is
be
too
like,
good. To
you
pass
know
up.
what? You know what he wants to say to me, motherfucker. You know that's not happening, but he's not gonna. He's gonna stay composed.
I literally thought for a second Dave Bautista was like, no, Dave's done. Like
Dave-
he's so not the size
He's
he
not.
used to be.
I don't think he's in ring shape.
No.
I'm not saying he's in bad shape.
No,
I'm
no.
just saying for what Dave Bautista used to do in a ring,
Oh
he
yeah.
is nowhere near that. And
Right.
Yeah, no.
that sucks. But then again, he's also doing what he wants to do. So,
Exactly.
like, who the hell am I to say anything on what
yeah.
Dave Bautista does? You know?
He's made more money than all of us put together, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a little tad theory going on with what's happening in the landscape of WWE. And this goes a little more into the obscurities because I don't think you could honestly do this, or could you? Because we haven't really seen the numbers of the people who got the PLE, the last one. I haven't seen
Yeah.
them. I haven't seen them floating around. I haven't seen anybody bragging about the numbers, things like that. We also know that Stephanie, on her podcast, she kind of hinted to how to use a VPN to be able to get things that you may not have paid for in the past,
Mhm.
or depending how past you are, things like that. So I'm thinking that because also the WrestleMania announcement for Saudi, the faces on everybody there looked not excited about this. Maybe it might have been, I don't know. It could have been jet lag. It could have been something. It could have been whatever.
Could have been a
But
lot of things.
It could have been a lot of things. But nobody, even Shawn Michaels himself, did not look too thrilled about this announcement. I said it in the chat. I honestly think, because if you don't have the mindset or the understanding of how wrestling works or operates or how it flows, and you think it's just a money grab, that's the wrong attitude to come in with, because it took Vince McMahon a long time to make WWE profitable. It took, I don't even really know if WCW was profitable. I mean, it had to be to go on as long as it did. It had to be somewhat profitable.
It did.
But then you'd get competition, which what you're seeing now with AEW. People can say what they want, but AEW does take a chunk of the audience.
It does.
And they give that audience what they're looking for. WWE took those fans and casted them aside and said, we're not focusing entertaining on you. Here's what we're doing. So with everybody around, creative, everybody around the backstage stuff, given directions, things like that, they're all from the era of the Attitude Era. They started it, they built it. You got Taker, you got Michaels, you got Trips, you got all those guys. So they know how this works and who built this up. And to sit back and watch a guy come in and be like, I need to make my money back as quick as possible, and it needs to happen now. And then to transition everything over yet again, because we went from the network to Peacock to now this, to the ESPN app. I'm thinking there might be some self-sabotage going on.
There could be.
And that's where my mind is when I'm thinking on theories, because I don't know. In our chat, I put up somebody made a Vince tweet. It wasn't a real one, but it said some pretty funny shit about this whole thing and ESPN, and like, And Jones was instantly, he let me know, hey, that's fake, but it's hilarious
Right.
because it's true. The things that he said in that, and I'll pull it up. I'll let you guys discuss the ideas of what I just threw out there. But do you think that there could be some self-sabotage going on in there, Kevin? And then Grun, we'll hear from you.
If it's self-sabotage, I don't think it's intentional. They think they're doing things right, or they think they're working around things right. Whether public perception and a successful business are two different things. So we're looking at it from the outside. We don't know their inner workings, is unfortunately the boring answer. We can't possibly know what's going to satisfy them on the business end because we don't see all the metrics in the numbers, because they don't present all the metrics in the numbers. They just don't.
True.
And the reason that they don't present all the metrics in the numbers is because they don't have to anymore. Streaming numbers and Nielsen ratings, it's not accurate, really, data, because it goes through so many different servers and so many different things. You don't know who is accurately watching. It's not like when cable was the king. You could literally have, hey, this is the cable rating. Like, how many people came through it. But with this, people like to say that this is the best way to judge it, or they reported this, but I have never, ever seen a company for a streaming service report their numbers. Not once. Not for anything. It is all just estimates.
That, you know what, that does make a lot of sense. So, okay. Yeah.
It's the boring answer, but it's
no,
what I think might be a thing.
It's the right answer, because I think you're 100% on that. And I got that Vince thing. Oh, yeah. So fans, let me pre-warn you, it is a giant picture of Vince. So if you have anything going on and this is going to trigger you, just be warned.
Wailing each other with a kendo stick early in this match.
Yes, we got Penta versus is that Waller?
It's New Day and Waller versus the Viking
War Raiders.
Sorry, not the Raiders. The War Raiders, yes.
Yep.
And Penta.
Yep.
Oh,
6-man.
Now I see the War Raiders.
Yeah, 6-man, no DQ match.
Beautiful. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. There we go. So we got.
I saw that tweet.
And and this is fake.
Yeah.
But
okay,
we got Vince, the fake account. Can someone please tell me what time WrestlePalooza starts? I need at least a few hours to set up my VPN. And honestly, when I seen this, that's what made me kind of try to connect the dots in my own world, I guess.
Right.
Because it's just very interesting to me when the princess of WWE gets on her podcast and she legit says, hey, this is how you do this to be able to watch this. I don't know.
It was certainly a choice.
It was definitely a choice. Whether it be the right one, I don't know.
It didn't feel right at the time.
But I believe I'm not sure. I'll have to rewatch the episode, but we just had Trips on Kill Tony. And I believe he made a VPN joke.
I could see
maybe.
that.
Yeah.
Because he was, you know what? I will say this. We all know DX. There was a lot of humor done. Trips was involved in a lot of that creatively. But when he's just sitting up there with a bunch of random people coming up and doing 1 minute, he's hilarious. Like the dude.
Trips is really witty.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so funny. He made some really funny jokes about how uneasy certain people were making him feel just being around them. It was a good episode. If anybody out there, you're a fan of comedy and you love just seeing what Triple H does, that was a good one. I enjoyed that one.
Carrot
Top was with him.
I was on it too.
Yeah, and that was funny. Seeing Triple H and Carrot Top together. Well, because Carrot Top that's his second appearance on Kill Tony.
Ever.
And the first appearance, he got nominated Guest of the Year by the fans.
Oh, wow.
So they brought him back, and to see Carrot Top do props next to Triple H and Tony Hinchcliffe, I was laughing. I was just dying because you wouldn't expect that combination of people to make you laugh that much, but they did.
That's fucking great.
I mean, Tony
it's a
Hawk
good
told
one.
a joke one time on Kill Tony.
Yeah. Yeah. There's been one of the guys that I absolutely adore, William Montgomery, on there.
Oh my god.
He is one of my favorite comedians. They did a full episode where they brought his parents and they were the guests. And his mom and dad sat up there, and his dad is so dry humor that oh my god, it makes me like, I think he works for some courthouse or he's some type of lawyer down where they're from in Tennessee. And yeah, there's certain things he can't talk about. So he like gets on William when he brings it up. And funny dude. I absolutely love William Montgomery. There's a lot of guys I've come to. Cam, I'm not gonna get to see him in October.
Don't worry, he'll be back in a couple months.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live's not gonna.
They're not gonna like it.
If they didn't like what Gillis said, oh my god, you haven't seen a Cam Patterson set.
It's like I'm guys, Saturday Night Live, he's from Florida. That should tell you enough. Like, oh, filter is not a thing.
Dude.
Okay.
Raw Fire Bars Raw preview during Raw. Yes, Fireballers.
Right.
This is one of our weird weeks in which we, for the hour, we haven't watched along.
Something we didn't talk about that did happen earlier on Raw was that we have what I believe is going to be the main event for Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
And that is Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes. Going at it one more time.
Interesting.
I don't hate it.
No, I like
a lot of the central story around Crown Jewel is champion versus champion.
Okay.
So I think we can expect, because they did that last year, right? They did Gunther Cody, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then they did the women's champion. I think it was Liv versus Nia.
Yeah, I think it was Nia.
Oh,
I don't remember if it was the right timing for it to be Nia. It was. I think it was Nia though.
Kofi Kingston just put Penta through the table.
Yeah.
Wow.
Either way, if they're going to set up the men's world title matches, then I'm going to say they're probably going to set up the women's too. And that's why they needed to crown Vaquer.
Yeah.
Vaquer versus Julia. It's a good combination. They know it should do.
Is Julia the new women's champion over there?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. What am I? Sorry.
Come on,
man.
Yeah, no.
Because it's Tiffany still, right?
Yeah, they still
got to pull the match from WrestlePalooza.
How goes it, Nick? There? Thanks for chiming in.
Who'd be the ring vet? Vaquer would have to be the ring vet there.
Yeah,
that match.
I mean, the only other person I'd assume they'd put it on is Nia. I guess they could have put it on Nia, but either way, no matter who came out of that proposed triple threat, Vaquer was the ring vet. There was no way around it.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh. New Day is about to go flat.
Oh yeah, pancake style.
Oh!
Oof.
No.
It's a big man missing a big moonsault.
Yeah, that definitely is. Oh, absolutely love it. This has been actually a decent match.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's been chaos.
Yeah.
But it has, which is awesome. But
oh wow, a roll on the apron? That was wild.
Yeah. I like it. Where are we going with it?
Oh,
sit down power bomb.
Oh, he already had a senior run earlier. Nick.
You missed it, Nick. I can't. It wouldn't be the same if I do it now. But look at the 60. We got the New Day. You got Grayson Waller. You got Penta, and you got the War Raiders. You got three people in here that have made their names on the indies, know how to work every style imaginable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The New Day, who were originally 2-3 guys lost in the shuffle, then became the hottest thing in WWE almost ever. and Penta that has just exploded on this, or then Grayson Waller, who just blew up on NXT. He didn't even really complete his run in NXT before coming up to the main roster. And now he
That's
is,
true.
yeah,
Oh, now he's taking out Penta.
yeah,
Kendo stick.
like on
Waller's
paper,
about to find a fun way to take this Mexican destroyer, isn't he?
oh, this,
Yeah, he is. This is gonna be gnarly. I'm
Spanish
still in,
Fly.
this is gonna be gnarly.
Oh God,
oh,
boys, you have so much to live for.
oh my god,
Not
Oh
like
my god,
this.
don't do it. Penta!
Jesus.
Oh! He spiked him perfectly too.
it was
Grayson
oh.
took that perfectly.
Bravo. And that is why Grayson
Good
Waller
God.
is still in the WWE.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Is Grayson Waller the new Dolph Ziggler?
Yes, potentially.
At least from a salesman point.
From a salesman point, I think you can sell that. I think you can sell that. I think people are willing to buy it.
I don't think he's necessarily like because Dolph fell into the gatekeeper role too.
He
to
did,
test
yeah.
the new guys that came up. I don't think they're going to put Grayson in that role. That's more of a
No.
Miz role now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as like getting other things over and taking them well, I do think Grayson fits that role.
Yeah, I was thinking it in. I think he works a lot the same way that Dolph Ziggler works,
Mhm.
or at least he did before 10 years ago.
Right.
But
Wow.
yeah, no, I think Grayson is really coming into his own.
Yep.
That where he just lifted his head up after taking that. That was
Mhm.
icing on the cake.
It's one of those like tiny salesman things
Yes.
that gets over because it looks different.
It just gives it that extra. Like you did that devastating move. And I applaud guys who go over for that. I love when Finn does it. When he would take like a KO stunner and he would just shoot himself off.
Yep.
Oh, I love when he does that. He's just got the perfect build for one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm always entertained by how people find new ways to take moves.
Ooh, I like how they have a picture of Bliss on the back.
Liv.
That's Liv, yeah.
Sorry, Liv. I get all my blondes mixed up.
I know.
They all look
Looking
the
over
same.
their shoulder. The Eye of Sauron watches.
Why did the skeleton get a Dom hat?
I have no idea.
Do you think
You said it
Halloween?
in such a way that I thought it was leading to a joke.
No.
Why
no.
did the skeleton get the Dom hat?
I wish I had more to that. That sounds like a good setup for a
It
joke.
does,
right?
I wonder if their Halloween Havoc this year is going to be big. Like, are they? Because to me, it's perfect because it's in NXT, right?
Mhm.
That's the one they do. It's a perfect way to have them do something big for Halloween Havoc. I miss WCW throwing on Halloween Havoc because they went above and beyond.
Right.
Man, those were some really cool commercials. Macho Man in a cemetery. Oh, yeah.
October 25th, Saturday. And then I'm looking at
Does
TNA.
Bailey have CM Punk's jacket on?
AJ's husband. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It
my
says
God. What
AJ's
the hell?
husband.
That's pretty weird.
Interesting. And she had
I'm-
AJ's gear on when she returned.
I want the date for.
Are we going back to the Psycho Bailey?
I think so. I think we're.
It seems like we're getting a split personality, Bailey.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
As long as they can get it over. Split personality gimmicks are weird in wrestling. Fortunately, they have TV that's week to week that can help. But like I've seen a lot of people on the indies. Here's the problem with it. You have to get over 2 to 3 characters in one match. And you have to do it effectively, and people have to understand what you're talking about.
No, that makes
On an
perfect sense why it would be
it is
confusing.
almost impossible. You can't do it
Hmm.
unless you present the gimmicks as completely different things, like Mankind, for example.
Yeah.
So if you were to do, if you were to come out as a masked gimmick, and then next show you came out as a different gimmick that was unmasked, and then later on in the same show you came out as a different unmasked gimmick.
Right.
You all did different matches. You just ran triple duty.
Yeah.
That can work because you have all of the time to get them all over.
So that one Royal Rumble where he had all of his
Not
characters,
all the time.
and
all the
he
time,
did
though.
it in one match.
He did it in one match.
You're crazy. That was 4 different wrestlers.
You could be correct, Grun.
That was 4 different wrestlers. Mama Foley had 4 boys. They just happened to all come out.
Four
looking-
baby boys.
Four baby Foley boys.
But if you try and do it in one person,
Yeah,
and split personality, you have to get them all over in one match, which is very tough.
yeah.
I
Okay.
imagine.
Now that I like that insight, Kevin, because I've never thought about it that way. But yeah, I could see why that's a little more not easily digestible for the fans,
Mhm.
because you have to really be able to be able to put on the acting role in those situations.
It almost goes further than that. You have to prep people, and people have to pay attention too.
Oh yeah,
Because even if you do it perfectly in the match, there's still a chance people won't understand it because it didn't have time to register.
Mm-hmm. They basically, like, I'm guessing Mick Foley wrestled differently when he was Mick Foley, Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus Jack.
Right.
So Bailey has to wrestle differently each time, and also has to accentuate the personality, the voice, everything.
She has to make sure that she's hitting every key part to each personality. TV
So far-
vignettes and backstage promos will help with that, though. That's why
That's what
TV
I was
can make
gonna
split
say.
personality more effective,
Yeah.
because you have more time to present it in different ways.
Oh yeah.
And she's doing that effectively right now.
Exactly.
So
Oh yeah.
that's really helping into the storyline. And it, from my just watching it, it seems like they're taking their time with it. They're not rushing it.
Nope.
They're giving
Agreed.
her that time to breathe and to develop this whole thing.
They're going to make sure it gets over before they put it in front of people, so that
I
people
love it.
know what's going on.
Yeah, and I think that's the way to really be able to highlight these entertainers at their best.
1,000%.
Oh yeah.
1,000%. If you just leave them out there to try and be like, oh, well, you just get it over, brother.
You
And
just
you just send them out there.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like
It's not
that.
going to work that way.
much like show prep has been for the 2 weeks here.
Hey,
Hey, we're just gonna watch it, brother.
we're just going to watch
We'll
it and see
wing
what
it and
happens,
see what
brother.
happens. So my wife and daughter, both the daughters that are in softball, they had travel ball. I was up in Michigan all weekend. My wife was down in Indy, but they Sunday they stopped at a Chinese or a sushi place. Sorry,
Mhm.
a sushi place that had the conveyor belt.
Oh, the
And
conveyor
so-
belt sushi
yeah,
places?
yeah.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, it was really cool to see the videos of it. I mean, a couple days before they left, I told her how much I wanted to just me and her go and have sushi, and then she sends me a video of her and my stepdaughter having sushi.
Oh my god.
You know,
It's the little things.
that's married life.
So I just saw this. Crown Jewel, as we know, is in Perth, Australia, 8 a.m. EST.
Mm.
What
Now-
day?
Saturday,
What Saturday?
October 11th.
A Sunday?
Well, for them, it might be no.
Oh, no, it's a Saturday for us.
Yeah.
A
Saturday.
for us.
Yeah. So it specifically says Saturday, October 11th, 8 a.m. ET. So
Okay.
they are telling us it's our Saturday, but
I don't
And-
get up that early.
I think. Hold on. Let me check my old calendar
I'm
because I schedule my stuff.
yeah.
Ooh, that's me and Annie's next DGen day. Cool. We can start our day off with mimosas and wrestling.
Nice.
Ooh.
We've started when we have a free Saturday, we call it DGen day, where we're degenerates all day, and we'll make sports bets on my phone just
I love
randomly
it.
and
I
drink
love
mimosas all day and play video games.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's little
That-
things in a relationship where you get the
Man.
time to do some shit.
Yeah.
Those are my new
I
favorite days.
That sounds awesome. I love that you two do that. That makes my heart very happy.
Mhm.
I
You
have a
gotta-
question. Why
Yeah.
doesn't Stephanie acknowledge the fans? Isn't she supposed to be face?
I think
Yeah.
she is acknowledging them, but not overtly. So
Mm,
there's different ways to do that as a worker and a wrestler. So she looks around, right? That is acknowledging them.
Yeah.
If she's looking around, she's just not like waving or doing the, Orton pose or
Gotcha.
whatever.
yeah.
So there's other ways to get over that you're acknowledging the fans.
Okay.
But
I like that.
at some point she probably will need something more overt.
Yeah.
Like a specific look at like Beth Phoenix has the little like tiara thing that she does, or some kind of pose would help.
Yeah.
But does she need it? No. Would it help? Maybe. Probably.
I'm just, if in my opinion, and this is my opinion,
Mhm.
I'm not sure if she should be the champion yet, because I still
Wow.
think that there's a lot that they could do with her, and they could do a build with her. And one thing for me that would get her way over with like a lot of the younger females in the audience
Mhm.
would be that moment once she's walking down uh, to just go over to one and do like what we've seen a million of them do, and just get personal with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I also understand where she's an international star, so
Mhm.
like that comes into play too, because I think you could really play in that character
Yeah.
on the main roster.
I think as well, giving her this title, I might be in the minority on this, but I think giving her the title was a smart call
Okay.
this
Okay.
quickly. And the reason that is because it establishes her as a big deal already. She has already become champion. She's been on main roster for less than a year. This is how dominant she is. Establish her like you wanted to establish Charlotte Flair when she came up.
Gotcha.
That
Okay.
way you have an immediate contender who's at the top of the card.
No, that
Mhm.
makes
And
sense.
they were
Right.
hurting for people at the top of the card
No.
to vary up matches. And especially with Naomi down, who was gonna be the variance. Now
Yeah.
you need a new variance.
Yeah, no, you're right. You add all those into the recipe, and this is
Mhm.
what we get. I'm not saying that she's not going to do a fantastic job and she's
Right.
not going to be a great champion, but for me, I see a lot in her, but I don't see it translating to everybody yet. And I always say this: I'm not sure if her match style is digestible for everybody in a way, but she's working on it, because that
Yep.
last match to get the title versus Io, I didn't like the pin. I liked the move. I did not like the pin.
Sure.
To me, the pin was too complicated. It led to me going, her shoulders are also down.
Right.
Hmm.
So, but I do think that there's so much potential here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential here for Stephanie Vicaire, and I think it was time to ride the wheels until they fall off with her for right now. And it could be quick
Right.
that they fall off, and then they get a new set of wheels. Because
Yeah.
there's a story there in giving her this title so quickly, and then if she doesn't have that lengthy of a reign and someone costs her it, there's a story there. There's
Yeah.
always a way to have a story.
Always.
I always hear, either people on the internet or people I talk to who just watch wrestling, like, oh, that title reign was bad. Oh, it didn't serve a purpose. It's like, well, they're all serving a purpose. It just might not have been for the person who was holding the title. That's the
Right.
key. It might have been for the next person, or it might have been to get it to the next person so that they could get the next person. There's title reigns all have some level of significance, whether you want it to be good or not.
No, that's a fair statement.
Like, take Jey Uso's. A lot of people were down on Jey Uso's title reign, and he just lost it back to Gunther, right? And they're like, oh, what'd they do with Jey Uso? Well, Jey Uso had a huge moment at WrestleMania, won the title, and then he had a couple nice defenses. And then his hubris got ahead of him, and he lost the title because of it. That was the story. He helped too many people and spread himself too thin. That's why he lost. There was a story there. It worked. They got it off of him so that they could get it back. They could get it onto Punk and then onto Seth so that they could transition it away. It was meaningful in the sense that everybody wanted Jey to succeed at some point in time. People are fickle because the internet fans always love him until they actually get pushed and then they hate him.
And
so
then why'd you give this to us?
I don't take any of those unless it's with a grain of salt, because I don't actually know what people want because they get what they want. And then they're like, oh, wow, I didn't want it that way. I wanted it the exact way I booked it in my fantasy land on my universe mode. No, that's not how it's going to work.
I love it. Well, fans, we know what you want, and that's us next week, 7 p.m. Same time, same place. But I have to let you know where my co-host, my friends, where you can find them and everything they're doing outside of here. So, Grun, why don't you let them know where they can catch those blue eyes of villainous? You know what? You're going to have to start committing some crimes if you want me to keep calling you a villain.
Well, you're calling him a villainess. So I think you're calling him a woman as well.
Well, I don't mean to. I mean, like, you got these blue eyes are villainous.
Oh, no. You're using the word right. I'm just making a gag.
Oh, okay. Well, I was worried there, Kevin, because you're so much more smarter than me when it comes to words.
Oh, no. It's just fun to sell it sometimes to see how people react.
I mean, I believe sound-wise, the word they both sound the same. It's just a matter of spelling. Spelling.
Homonyms.
Homonyms.
That's an English lesson for you. Homonyms, things that sound the same, like weather and weather. They mean two different things.
Yes, they do. Thank you, teacher.
They really do. Thank you, teacher.
I prefer sensei.
Okay.
There we go. Sensei Kevin.
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Grunmeister, YouTube Grunmeister, and Kick under Grunmeister. I multi-stream Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. WWE, SmackDown, everything going on in pro wrestling.
Yes, and there will be guests on that show coming up.
There will be.
Keep your eyes peeled for who joins Grun in his room. Kevin Kalloway, tell us where we can catch the chaos in which you create.
You can follow me at Kalloway Kevin on Instagram, and you can follow me on Kevin Kalloway on Facebook. I usually post some stuff there when I have new events coming up. The people at Dakota Inn were pretty happy, so we're in talks of another event. Stay tuned.
Beautiful.
And then I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm trying to get as much through Kronos before Silent Hill F comes out on Thursday because I'm really hyped for that. I swear to God, now it's just going to be a gambit of me getting ADHD from gaming, and I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm scared.
We'll be here for you,
it's
guys.
Daunting and scary. But I will be playing Kronos tomorrow at around 4:00. And yeah, that's where you can catch me at the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Kevin Kalloway Pro.
Beautiful. So go and support my friends and keep supporting IYH. Guess what, fans? It's changing around here. We are now 5 days a week. We're going to have shows Monday through Friday. And then, we're going to see where that animation show falls. But Monday, you stopped here. You had some fun. 7 p.m. It's the Monday Raw preview review show, and it was a good one. You can catch me, Grunmeister, and Kevin Kalloway here every Monday at 7 p.m. Set your timer to it because you'll see us. So come have some fun with us. I'm not sure if they're doing 7 p.m. next week, but I think
we have one more week of it.
I think one more.
Okay, so we'll probably have one more watch along week, and then we'll get into doing our
assuming they don't just keep it at 7 for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, and if they do that, you'll see what we do from here. We got plays. Don't worry. This team's going.
We have a deep playbook.
Exactly. So Tuesdays now is the house party. That's where you're going to catch me, Grunmiester, House, and whoever else is part of IYH and they want to join us. And I believe we're doing that at 4 or 5.
Right now, tentative 5 to 6.
5 to 6.
5 or
So
6, yeah.
click the notifications. We'll get you highlighted there. So if you're ready for another Wednesday, well, it's a new show. Well, it's an older show, but revamped into a new show. And let me tell you guys this. Annie and House have been knocking it out
Mhm.
of the park. They're really taking this revamp and running with it. You can tell Annie's got a whole new love of being on the camera with it. You can see it in the interviews. There's a sparkle to Annie on screen today. Much like with House, you can see just the engagement that he's got getting back into doing interviews and talking a lot of wrestling. They're talking their favorite matches. They're talking favorite people that they want to be talking to. So it's all about wrestling. And what is the title of the show? It's Bouquet of
Flowers.
Bouquet of Flowers.
It's either Bouquet of Roses or Bouquet of Flowers. I don't remember which.
Okay.
Flowers.
That's the one.
Flowers. Okay, so
It's all about giving women their flowers. Yep.
Exactly. There we go. I couldn't remember if it was about giving them their flowers or their roses. That's where I was lost too.
Flowers.
Okay, so Bouquet of Flowers is a great show. Wednesdays. You guys I'm telling you right now, if you believe anything I say, go watch that show. You're gonna love it. ECW watch along. That's a Thursday. That's where you catch me and House and ECW. Bloods, guts, tables, ladders, chairs, barbed wire, anything you can think of. It's in an ECW match, and we want you to be a part of it. So come hang out with us because we really want to get more guests onto that show. And when I say guests, I'm talking guys who did what we watch. So fans, come be a part of it. We're in talks of possibly getting Just Incredible. Could you imagine The Voice and House talking to Just Incredible? So fans, lastly is the Grun's Room. And that's on a Friday. He already told you about it. So that's Monday through Friday. IYH has got you covered. Come be a part of it. Go download that new animation show and let us know what you think about it. Join the Discord, buy the shirts. We got Goalie. Go hang out with them. I almost forgot to promote them. GoalieNutrition.com. Go check them out. Enter promo code IYH to get 10% on your order. Do that at checkout. IYH is your promo code. Fans, I'm out of things to say. Until next Monday, we will see you then. And for now, bye-bye.